All right, boys, we are getting connected against Dashing here. He is going to bring the Decidueye. We're going to have to get rid of that before we do with our Zamazinta. If you missed our team builder, be sure to check out in the top right-hand corner. And while you're here, man, only 48% of my viewers are subscribed. So if you want to help me reach my goal, end of the year goal is now 2,000, since we far surpassed 1,000. Go ahead and subscribe, man. It's absolutely free. And he did not bring something else I expected. No Bronzong. He instead brings Staraptor. So Staraptor's not really something that I super anticipated. Hippowdon is going to help mitigate that a lot. I do think something like potentially leading HOOPA and getting our TERA off early could be very, very crucial. I'm not sure what to expect from a lead from his part. He could just lead Staraptor. He actually has no rockers on his team, which is very important to note. We could lead Hippowdon, excuse me, and if he leads the Decidueye, we can go into Volpocalypse. I think that actually might be my best course of action. It's between Hippowdon or HOOPA for our lead. But I think I like Hippowdon just because of the fact that Staraptor could potentially be led. And I do think we are actually almost a max HP Hippo. So I do think that Hippo is able to take a Staraptor final gambit. Yeah, it looks like we are able to. So I think this is going to be my lead. I do very much anticipate a potential Staraptor or Decidueye. I don't really see anything else being led. And getting those rocks up early is going to be very nice against a team like this because we can find out if Ironmoth is boots, if it's booster. We'll see in just a second. He leads Staraptor, so that we get that right. We are just going to go ahead and get our rocks up. Guaranteed here. And we might have to end up sacking Hippowdon if he is banded, it looks like. No Grimmsnarl either. Wait, what did he not... So Iron Hands, Decidueye. Oh, he brings Salamence instead of Grimmsnarl. Interesting. No Grimmsnarl is fantastic. No Grimmsnarl is fantastic for us. We're just going to get our rocks up here. I mean, we don't really have another play. We could have slacked off maybe to potentially scout what he wanted to do, because if he's banded, he will 2-hit KOs guaranteed. He obviously does not necessarily... He does know that, actually. He does know that he guaranteed 2-hit KOs us. He is going to be banded. I'm going to be fine with that. We're going to trade our rocks. We're going to go ahead and get our rocks up here. We can go into a couple of different things here. It looks like actually... No, we can't. We might just have to sack Hippowdon. Yeah, it's looking like we're going to have to just sack Hippowdon, yeah. But after this, we're able to go into Iron Jugulis pretty free. I'm going to slack off just in case he goes for something he shouldn't, but we don't really have another play except sack Hippowdon here. This is the strength of Staraptor. He's actually thinking here, so I'm curious what he's thinking about. We know he's banded. We're like a max Fizdef Hippowdon. He has to be banded. Unless he thinks that Brave Birding... No, he's going to Brave Bird. Staraptor is going to kill us, so down goes Hippowdon. That's fine. I mean, Hippowdon got his rocks up, and I don't think that he can defog them away very easily. The Decidueye kind of can, I guess, but doesn't really come in on anything. We can go into Iron Jugulis pretty free here is what I'm thinking right now. And that is what I am going to ultimately do here. We should kill with the Dark Pulse. In fact, we do kill with the Dark Pulse, guaranteed from the range that he's at, slightly above 50. So that is going to be what I'm going to go for here. And he might just sack this Pokemon. He might give this Pokemon to me. He could go potentially Iron Hands. You're obviously not boot. Staraptor is banded for sure. Staraptor is banded. And at 50% HP. Yeah, for something like this sounds. He is actually going to give us this Pokemon. Fantastic. Crit didn't matter. So Jugs is going to kill Staraptor, unless he was like max HP, but even then it was a roll in our favor based on the range he was at. So Jugs is going to kill that Pokemon. Down goes Staraptor here. I think that was definitely the right play to sack that Pokemon. He probably goes Iron Hands here, and Iron Hands does get a little bit sketchy without the Hippowdon. That is going to be the main concern that I have. But we'll see if he goes into that. I'm not actually sure what my sequence of events if he goes into that. That looks like an Iron Hands nickname. No, it's going to be Greninja. Do you kill me with a Specs Ice Beam? Oh my. You do. You do in fact kill me. I think I go Dondozo. Grass Knot can do some mean damage here if he does decide to click that. I don't think he would click that in my face though. So we are going to go ahead and go into this Pokemon. We're going to see what he ultimately wants to do. I think ultimately a U-turn is going to come out here. But finding out if he is Protein or Battle Bond is going to help a lot with certain calcs. And also the fact that he doesn't have Grimmsnarl. I should have said this on matchup. I don't know why I didn't. The fact that he doesn't have Grimmsnarl means that the Volcarona in-game is opened up significantly. Like, Volcarona can get a Quiver Dance off on the Decidueye pretty much always, and we are in just a prime position to win the game. So either he obviously did not switch. He went into this on purpose. I assume a U-turn's coming out. I can only assume. He's going to actually call it and go for the Grass Knot. I'm shocked by that play. He's going to be Specs, 503, 189. 189. He is going to be Specs. Dondozo. Yeah, it looks like it has to be Specs. Or it could be Expert Belt, I suppose. No, it has to be Specs. And that was a low roll. Ruin his spec. So I'm going to take advantage of this. I'm going to actually go Volcarona here, I think. Because Volcarona prevents the Decidueye from coming in. OG Albino, what is this? Salamence. Oh, he goes Salamence. Okay. Not Boots. Mince is not Boots. And he is Intimidate. Was he calling the Volcarona mayhaps? I can't speak. Perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. I guess Salamence was a fine switch into this. I'm going to double out here. I guess into Dondozo again, right? But I can't really do anything back. If he's DD Roost sub Dragon move, this is a little scary. But I don't think he would be that in Zamazenta, man. We'll see here. I don't think it gets defog this gen. He's going to Hurricane. That is going to connect. Probably kill Dondozo. 189 to 69. Okay, 189. Down through 69. At this point, it's just in our best interest to sack this Pokemon. We're going to crunch on a potential Decidueye switch in, I think. He is going to Roost here. So he's hoping that I hit myself in confusion. So Roost Hurricane. Roost Hurricane. We're going to crunch. We're going to do basically no damage to this Pokemon. And we're going to go for a second crunch, and we'll see if he goes for the kill here. At this point, I just need to sack down Dondozo and get into an actual Pokemon. He is going to dual Wing Beat. So Hurricane dual Wing Beat. I'm going to go into Iron Jugs here. I think I have to. Yeah, I think I have to go Iron Jugs here. I don't think I have another play. I could Tailwind. I think my best play is to Hurricane. He doesn't have a Hurricane switch in. My best play is certainly to Hurricane. I could also Tailwind. I think Tailwind's a great play as well. If I Tailwind, does Greninja die to a Hurricane? It does. So I am actually going to Tailwind here. We're going to Raw Tailwind. And if he stays in, I guess we'll Dark Pulse into... Dark Pulse twice? Yeah, that looks like it might be the best sequence of events here. He could go into Iron Hands. Volcarona is still in a position where, at any point in time, the Decidueye decides to show its face. We can get a Quiver off pretty seamlessly. And at +1 special attack to a Salamence, we do 50% with a Psychic. So if he actually switches out here, he is potentially in range. We do 53 to 63% with a Psychic. So after Rocks, it looks like he is potentially in range of that Psychic. He's actually going to stay in here and go for what? We should live 2 dual Wing Beats. He's going to land another Hurricane. So dual Wing Beat actually can kill us from this range. I think it's in my best interest to Dark Pulse, I guess. I think that's our best sequence of events. We're going to Dark Pulse. We get a crit. And he flinches. So we're going to get a little bit of luck in our favor. That's obviously why I clicked Dark Pulse over Hurricane. We are just going to Dark Pulse one more time. So Salamence should die here. Salamence kills Dondozo, and then Iron Jugs kills Salamence. Yep. So Jugs making himself very valuable here. We're 2-0, and down goes the Salamence. I am sorry about that flinch, but now we do have the momentum back in our favor. I think we're in a really good spot here. If he goes Iron Hands, I'm probably just going to go for a Hurricane. Try to get as much damage as possible on that Pokemon. If he's with these AV, we don't actually do damage. It's actually laughable how little damage that we do. So that is going to be Iron Hands. Would he be in range of a Hoopa Psychic? No shot. No shot. No shot. If he's AV... Let me think about this. So does he kill Volcarona in one? Does he have a rock move, potentially? Let's see. Iron Hands. Let's get rock move. It does get rock slide. He probably has rock slide, so Volcarona cannot set up in his face. Unfortunately, I think it's in my best interest to go ahead and Hurricane. Get damage on this Pokemon, potentially. We are going to land. He's definitely not AV. So, Iron Hands, not AV. Thunder Punch. And then Iron Hands kills Iron Jugs. So, I most certainly go into Hoopa here. I could also go Volcarona. I don't think it's worth it, unfortunately. I do think that going Hoopa basically claims me a KO, so that's what I'm going to do. Very offensive game. Very more... Excuse me. A lot more hyper offensive than I was anticipating. 1, 2... what picked up one? Salamence. Right? Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and go for a Psychic here. We could Terra. I don't think there's any benefit into Terraing, just in case he does live for whatever reason. He's Pyappa Barrier or something. I do think it's in our best interest to Psychic. We are going to Psychic. And down goes Iron Hands. HOOPA kills Iron Hands. This game is insanely offensive. I was not ready for how offensive this is. HOOPA might just be good for one more, man. HOOPA might just be good for one more. In fact, I think it is good for one more. What does he do? Go Grin and U-turn? I TERA Water. He goes to Decidueye, maybe? If he goes to Decidueye, I go into Volcarona. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot at this point in the match. I think we're in a pretty good spot. He goes into what? What is this? Grin? Okay, so I TERA Water here for sure. HOOPA Unbound. Grin. Let's say he turns into Bug type. I think it's in my best interest to Hyperspace. Let's see how much Grass Knot would do if I'm TERA Water. I mean, Grass Knot does 50%. I think it's in my best interest to obviously TERA Water and stay in here. I do think Hyperspace is probably my best play. I don't really see you Dark Pulsing. And if you do anything else, you die. So I'm going to TERA Water here. And we're going to see what he goes for. If he does not go for a Dark move, then he dies to Hyperspace. If he goes for U-turn, then something in the back dies. If he sacks the Decidueye, that's a little annoying. But then Zama's into wins, right? So we'll see here. He's going to Surf here. We obviously resist that. Grin should die here. HOOPA should kill Grin. Yeah, that does no damage. So HOOPA's going to go crazy. Down goes Greninja. Theoretically. Yeah, down goes Greninja. Just fantastic. I assume you go into Decidueye here. If you go Decidueye, I just go Volcarona. If you U-turn, that's fine. I can Quiver in the face of Iron Moth and be pretty much okay. Because HOOPA should wall the Iron Moth. Let's see. Even like a +1. Let's see. Iron Moth. Let's just make sure I'm not throwing a +1 or a booster. Energy Ball does not kill me from this range. So he's actually going to go raw Iron Moth. You never kill me from this range. Booster, if he's booster special attack, maybe? Speed. You never kill me from this range. It is probably in my best interest to Hyperspace. It's definitely in my best interest to Hyperspace. The scary thing is, if he's a Terra type that beats this for some reason. Do I lose if he's speed heightening? I might have to go Volcarona. I think Volcarona is my non-throwing play. Because HOOPA should live one hit from this guaranteed always. So I think Volcarona is how I don't lose this, just to see what Terra type he is. Because if I click Hyperspace and he's Fairy, I lose the game. Essentially. Yeah. Yep, I think that's how it went. So we'll see what he is here. If he's Terra Grass, then I think I made the right play. Because now I can Ice Punch on the switch in and he dies. We'll see here. He's Terra Water. Okay, so if I just Hyperspace, then I win the game. Unfortunately. So he's going to Energy Ball here. Does not do very much to us at all. It's not really in my best interest to Quiver. You should pretty much kill me. Volcarona, Iron Moth, Terra Blast, Terra Water. Yeah, Terra Blast should kill me. I guess I'm going to Psychic just in case it doesn't, for whatever reason. But this should kill me. Iron Moth kills Volcarona. We did sack a little bit more differential there, but I think it was ultimately worth it to scout that. Down goes Volcarona. Iron Moth's going to pick one up. And we just go back into HOOPA, and I think we win the game. HOOPA should kill the remaining 2 Pokemon. We're going to Hyperspace here. Energy Ball comes out. HOOPA kills Iron Moth. Crit. That actually might suck. HOOPA Unbound. If Decidueye outspeeds me, do I lose? Yeah, actually, if Decidueye outspeeds me, I now lose because of that crit. And I don't think I did otherwise. So I guess we'll see if he's fast Decidueye. I don't think it makes a lot of sense in the matchup. I mean, we'll see here, I guess. I'm not a very fast HOOPA at all. We're going to Hyperspace here. If he's faster physical, we lose. If he's faster special, okay, we win. Cool. HOOPA kills Decidueye. That was way more hyper offensive than I was anticipating. I was definitely caught up in the motions in the beginning, but HOOPA's going to pick up 4 there. The crit on the silence definitely did suck, or the flinch more so. The flinch definitely did suck, but I think I could have still went HOOPA afterwards and revenged it pretty easily with the tailwind still up. So it is what it is. Ultimately, we are going to pick up the win there. Good game to Dashing. Be sure to check him out down in the description below. And for now, guys, this has been John Jr. signing off.